Senior analyst Vex Corinne's tentacles trembled as she reviewed the scanning data from the human vessel for the 7th time. The numbers couldn't be correct. They defied every principle of rational starship design that had governed galactic civilization for millennia. "Run the scan again," she commanded her assistant, her voice carrying the harmonic distress patterns that indicated deep psychological turmoil. The Zephyrian Deep Space Monitoring Station had detected the human ship, designated as the UES Indomitable, drifting near the neutral zone 3 rotations ago. Initial scans had classified it as a standard military frigate, unremarkable except for the primitive chemical propulsion systems humans still inexplicably used alongside their fusion drives. Then they had penetrated the ship's hull with quantum resonance imaging. Senior analyst, her assistant Kolveth whispered, his bioluminescent patches flickering with anxiety. "The scans are consistent. I've verified the readings against 14 different sensor arrays." Vex Corinne's primary brainstem pulsed as she absorbed the impossible truth. According to their instruments, the human warship wasn't just a military vessel. It was a self-contained civilization. "Explain to me again what the internal scans revealed," she said, though her memory was perfect and she dreaded the answer. "The ship contains 17 different biomes," Kolveth began, his translator struggling with concepts that shouldn't exist on a warship. "Agricultural domes producing enough food for a population of 10,000. Manufacturing bays capable of constructing everything from clothing to starship components. Educational facilities for multiple age groups. Recreation areas including what appears to be a natural forest preserve." Vex Corinne's tertiary stomach churned. "And the crew complement. 437 active personnel." "But senior analyst." Kolveth paused, his chromatophores shifting to colors associated. With profound confusion. "The ship is designed to support a population of 15,000 for extended periods. And according to our cultural database, this isn't their largest class of vessel." The implications staggered her. While every other spacefaring species built warships as weapons, sleek, efficient instruments of destruction, humans had built what could only be described as mobile worlds. The Indomitable wasn't just capable of waging war. It was capable of sustaining an entire society indefinitely in deep space. "Show me the armament analysis," she commanded. The holographic display materialized, and Vex Corinne's shock deepened. The weapons systems were almost an afterthought, integrated seamlessly into what was essentially a flying city. Defensive arrays masqueraded as communication towers. Weapon ports were disguised as cargo bays. The entire vessel could switch from peaceful exploration to devastating warfare without any external indication of its true capabilities. "They've militarized everything," she breathed. "The agricultural domes can be converted to munitions manufacturing. The educational facilities double as strategic planning centers. The recreation areas serve as training grounds for combat scenarios." But the most disturbing discovery came when they analyzed the ship's database. The Indomitable wasn't an anomaly. It was standard for human exploration vessels. Every human ship was built with the assumption that it might need to operate completely independent of outside support for decades or even centuries. "Senior analyst." Kolveth's voice barely registered above a whisper. "I've been analyzing their cultural transmissions. Do you know what humans call a journey that lasts multiple generations aboard a single vessel? Enlighten me." "A pleasant cruise." Vex Corinne's consciousness reeled. While the Zephyrians built ships to travel between safe harbors, humans built their harbors to travel. Between unknowns. Every human vessel was prepared for the possibility that they might never return home, and had brought home with them just in case. "Contact the High Council immediately," she ordered, her decision protocols finally stabilizing around a single terrifying conclusion. "We need to revise our threat assessment of the human species." "What classification should I assign?" Kolveth asked. Vex-Corinne stared at the peaceful-looking vessel on her screens, a ship that could wage war, explore unknown space, and sustain a civilization simultaneously without breaking stride. Nomadic apex predators, she said finally. They don't just build warships. They build moving civilizations that happen to be capable of warfare. The distinction is critical. As the priority transmission raced toward the Zephyrian homeworld, Vex-Corinne wondered if her people's fixed planetary civilizations were obsolete by comparison. The humans hadn't just conquered space. They had made it their permanent home.